So a man said, if God is real and he knoweth all things before it happened, if God exists and he knoweth everything before it happened, why did he allow Adam and Eve to make mistake in the Garden of Eden? That was the man's statement. I saw it online. The man was saying if God truly exists, that he doesn't believe in God, that if God is truly God and he knows all things before it happens, why did he allow Adam and Eve to make mistake in the garden, knowing fully well that they will go and eat the fruit? So I know many of you have these same questions in your mind. Why do God allow bad things to happen to us? Knowing fully well that we are not very too strong to overcome temptations. Knowing fully well that we will fall into the temptation. Why? God functions with rules and regulations, with principles. God is a God of ordinance. And you know the funny thing? He will not change because of anybody. No. That is why he is God. He does not compromise for anybody. That is why he is God. Okay, now I need you to pay attention. He put them in the Garden of Eden, gave them everything. Gave them life, shelter, everything they needed. Everything in abundance. And then he gave them just one instruction, not two, one. And then he told them, don't touch this tree. You can touch other ones. Don't go close to this one. Every other ones are yours, but don't touch this particular one. Just one instruction. Touch every other thing, but don't touch this one. And I see a lot of people say that it was a trap. A lot of people keep saying it was a trap. Why did you do it? Knowing fully well they will fall victim. Now pay attention. If God does not trust you, he can't walk with you. He gave them everything. He gave them mind of their own. Mind to make decisions. He needed to trust you. He gave you everything, free will. He gave you the mind of your own. He gave you ability to make decisions yourself. But he didn't give you trust. Trust should come from you. Trust should come from you. And God will not walk with you if he doesn't trust you. God walks with men he trusts. So when the man was making the statement that if God was real, why? And that is what so many of us do these days. When bad things happen to people, when people around us die, we blame God. God, why did you allow this to happen to this person? Because we think that everybody's life is in God's hand. We think that everybody's life is in God's hand. I want to ask you, if everybody's life is in God's hand, why do people die? Why do people get sick? Why do miserable things happen to people? Have you sat down one day to think about it? If everybody's life is in God's hand, God Almighty. If your life is in his hand, you dare not do some certain things. You won't dare. Your life is in your hand, Captain. Your life is in your hands. God made it so. He has given you the authority, the ability to take charge of your life, your spirit, soul, and body. Most times we live for God, the things he has given us to take charge. We live for God. We want God to do for us things he has given us ability to do. He has given you ability to take charge. You are captain. He has made you captain of your own body, spirit, and soul, your own life. He has given you everything you need to take charge of it. But you want him to always protect life. No. Have you ever heard that a man made a decision to kill himself and an angel came down from heaven and saved that man? Your decision is yours because you have the ability and authority to make decisions. Free will. Whatever you say stands. You don't know. Whatever you say stands. God has given you the authority, the ability. You have the power. Your life is in your hands. And that is when bad things happen to people, you question God. That is why when bad things happen to people, when people around you die, you question God because you think that God should protect every man's life. God has given you the ability, authority to protect your life. There are rules and principles that you should follow for your life to be protected. You abandon those rules and principles and you still want Him to protect your life. He has given you rules. He has given you rules, principles, ordinance to work with. And when you work with it, your life is shielded automatically. Every man who died young is part of what killed him, knowingly or unknowingly. I know you don't know it. Every man who died young is part of what killed him, knowingly or unknowingly. Death does not take people unaware. Death will first of all bring you out of the place of shield. And then you keep on receiving arrows frequently. That is the day you start dying, not that day you lost your body. And you must open a door before death can come in. A door must be open. I see people say, oh, you don't know the day you die, death can come at any time. No, that's a lie. You must open a door before death can come in. Death has no ability to come in if you don't open a door. A door must be open. When you open a door, death comes in and takes you away from the place of cover and exposes you to arrows. That is how it works. Your life is in your hand. God has given you the ability, the authority to take charge of your life. Because why I'm saying this, because so many people ask this question every day. Why do God allow bad things to happen to us? Why do God allow? You don't want to take responsibility of your own action. Follow the rules, principle, ordinance that has been set out for you to follow. You don't want to follow it. And then you keep blaming someone else for your own mistakes. God does not make mistakes. He's a perfect God. He's without blemish. That is why He's God. No mistakes. No, it doesn't. The mistakes always come from us. The earlier you accept it, the better for you. He doesn't make mistakes. God must trust you to walk with you. And you must follow the rules that governs the universe. You must align with the rules if you want to be protected. You must align to the rules. You must